Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Speaking Up Podcast, and I'm your host, David Silver, aka Mr. GQ. And before I start, did you miss me? Did you miss me? Because I definitely missed you. I know it's been a little hiatus, a little minute since you guys have seen me, got a new episode from me. But if you haven't followed my podcast or tuning into my podcast for the first time, people who do know, I usually around the holiday season time, I usually try to take me a good little mental recharge break from the heartaches of life. Also, just to reflect on my previous episodes that I have made and reflect on the year, and also trying to find ways to improve my podcast for you guys, improve the experience, hence what a different background, and find new ways to keep you guys entertained, find new hot topics, find new a good episode. You're watching the Speak On That podcast right now. So let me ask you this. What are you doing if you ever hit the subscribe button right now? What are you doing if you ever hit the share or like button right now? And what are you doing if you haven't commented something right now or shared your opinion or spoke up on something? So do me a favor. Before you continue, subscribe, like, leave a comment, and most importantly, speak up, guys, and keep you guys coming back for more and more and more. So I'm happy to be back. I definitely missed you guys. Hopefully you guys missed me. And it's been a long 2025, but also ready for 2026. I'm glad this podcast is back. I'm glad I'm back, and I'm glad to bring you guys some more entertaining hot topics. So if you're a new viewer, make sure you pay attention, and if you're a returning viewer, say it with me. Let's ride. So, like I said, the first episode back, so I want to do something different, or do something that caps off the 2025 year and kind of sets off the start to the 2026 year. And I thought of a good episode, which is talking about the most unpopular opinions of 2025. I researched and found a lot of unpopular opinions of this year, but of 2025. But I wanted to highlight the ones that I feel like you guys might be interested in hearing from my point of view, that stands out to me, and give you my opinion on if I disagree or if I agree or not, and explain to you why. So if you no matter if people like them or don't like them, I thought it'd be pretty interesting to talk about. So let's get this thing started, and let's go. So the first topic that I found that was very, very interesting to me was this one. Listen closely. Number one, posting vulnerability doesn't automatically make someone authentic. So the first one is centered around social media. Authenticity is most likely performative. So being real on social media, it doesn't automatically make you real by being vulnerable. And do I agree or disagree on that statement? I actually agree. Posting your vulnerability doesn't make you real. Posting vulnerability of what you go through every single day, just for views, likes, comments, notoriety, people to follow you, doesn't make you real. I'm not saying everybody who does post their vulnerability or what they go through in life is not being real, but 9 times out of 10, everybody who posts their vulnerability can't feel like they have to do it. Some things are meant to stay private. Some things are meant to stay within the family or stay within the circle of what's going on. So seeing people all the time, or seeing people that have a family or going through something within the family decides to run the social media, so I have to share this with my followers, I have to share this with my social media friends, or have to share this with my people who follow me for inspiration, doesn't always mean it's a good thing. And I'll be the first one to say, all of us in this world have some point on social media. All of us at some point in this world want to motivate and inspire others through the heartache that we go through. So I'm not going to sit there and say that you should never want to express what you've gone through and help motivate others. But I'm here to say that everything that you go through is not meant for social media. Everything that you go through, heartache in life, is not meant to be shared with strangers at some point in time. Yes, you might have close people or people that you want to keep motivating, inspiring through tough stories and through awareness, sure. But everything is not meant to be posted and seen vulnerable. So that's the first unpopular opinion that I wholeheartedly agree with, that posting your vulnerability or posting things that you go through, if it's good or bad, tough, whatsoever, doesn't make you authentic and doesn't make you real. So that's number one. Number two that I found that was very, very interesting to me is that AI didn't kill creativity. Meaning that it exposed people who wasn't creative. So I'm gonna say it one more time. Number two, AI didn't kill creativity. It exposed who wasn't creative. That's a good one. And I can honestly, I can agree and I can disagree in that statement, because we have some people in this world who get inspired by many things, and sometimes you might need help with inspiration, help with somewhat motivation, and technology, not just AI, but technology as a whole can help with that. So that just because someone uses a tool or someone uses a resource doesn't mean they're not creative, doesn't mean they're not able to think for themselves. So I know there's gonna be many designers out there, many people who work in marketing, advertising, who work as a designer, graphic designer, creative director, might disagree, but I could honestly promise you that people who are in the communications and marketing and creativity space, I promise you, they use AI at some point in time. They do. So many people in this world that feel like AI is destroying the world and destroying creativity are wrong, because, or they're naive, or they're they're a hypocrite, because I could probably guarantee you 9 times out of 10 they have used it at some point and are using it at some point, whether they want to admit it or not. So the fact that the narrative going around that AI is bad for creators or bad for people who are in the creative mind space is kind of overrated, because if there wasn't AI, there's technology, and people before AI there was technology, which were in a different mind space, and people who use Google, people who use pretty much any type of search engine, any type of technology resource are gaining help from some point in time, are gaining help at some point in the moment of time what they do. So, and does that make them not smart? Does that not make them able to think for themselves? Is this a tool and a resource to help you achieve what you need to achieve? So, I kind of disagree with that statement. That's the number two unpopular opinion. Number three, this one is around career and people who are working in the workforce every single day. Number three, job hopping wasn't the problem, blind loyalty was. So it's around loyalty to companies is officially dead. I agree with that statement, because, especially this statement, let me be frank with you guys. For the last 2 or 3 years, and me being in the corporate world, pretty much all my adult life being in the corporate world, I've seen some unique things. And one of the things I've seen is that, to be frank with you guys, companies aren't loyal to you. And this, to be frank, they aren't loyal to you and will not be loyal to you if it means to protect their profits, protect their revenue, protect their reputation, protect their of them staying in business, which I do respect. So that goes back to loyalty for yourself. What you need, doing what's best for you for your career, doing what's best for you and for your family, doing what's best for you for getting you where you need to be to provide for yourselves and helping people come behind you. So, and especially in these last 2 or 3 years, we've seen so many layoffs in so many industries. You're talking about tech, healthcare, staffing and recruiting, retail, corporate retail. So when you think about, and if you don't believe me, do your research on that. Look up on CNBC, Yahoo Finance, of those layoff numbers for the last 6 months to a year alone, and see how many total layoffs they are, total or average. And you see that companies are protecting their revenues, protecting their profits, protecting their investments, protecting their stakeholders, and protecting what they want to do for the future and save their money. And when they want to save money, they don't look towards any other resource. They look towards employees. They look towards workforce. They look towards headcount. So when I see this statement of saying job hopping wasn't a problem, blind loyalty was, I agree. Blind loyalty was because you thought companies was being loyal to you, and they really wasn't. So why should you be loyal to companies? I'm not saying find a job every 6 months to a year. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying when you find another opportunity that you feel like it works best for you and suits you best, or that you want to pursue or consider, go after it, because one, you might regret it. 2, why not? And 3, why should you have loyalty to a company that might not have loyalty, that might not feel the same way about you? Think about that. That's number 3. Number 4, the most unpopular opinions that I want to talk about that I found. It's around relationships, something that I like talking about a lot. This is it right here, number 4. Dating apps didn't ruin dating. Lack of intent did. Meaning that the apps are just tools. In 2025, dating felt broken not because of technology, but because too many people want a connection without accountability, clarity, and effort. I definitely agree. I feel like everything in 2025, 2026, and beyond is going to help you to be better. And I'm an old soul at life. I love me some old school love, some old school values, old school everything. So I'm the first one to say that if it was up to me, I would easily go back to that 1980s, 1990s, the old school love, because things were just simple back then. But you have to evolve, you have to embrace change, and one of the things that you have to embrace change is not just life, but relationships, and finding loved ones. Of course, you can find your partner in love in many traditional ways, going out and meeting people and going to different events, venues, being in person and whatsoever. Those are still alive whatsoever, but that for the people who are afraid of the in-person interaction off the bat, the people who are afraid need that extra protection to find themselves, fortunately they have tools like dating apps, the popular dating apps, and I feel like love and relationships are ruined by people who just don't want, or who have ill intentions or not being true about their intentions. And that's one of the things that really drives me crazy. I'm like, if you on these dating apps, so if you're searching for love, you're searching for a partner, don't waste other people's time. Don't act like you want to find love, and then you meet a good guy, if you meet a good girl or a good woman. Don't sit there and waste their time when you're not ready, or you have bad intentions, or you didn't clarify what you're looking for, or if you shouldn't be looking at all, or if you just wanted to have fun. Those are the people I just can't stand. Those are the people where I don't have no respect for, and those are the things that put a bad rep on relationships and love right now for people who have bad intentions. Dating apps are a resource. Dating apps are tools that help people in some sense. Some of them are. I can't say all of them are, but some of them are. Some of them are. So when I see people who are really, really doing the best they can, wanting to find a long-term relationship, a life partner, a husband or a wife, and they go and try to go about it the right way in different ways they can, are getting in a respectful way, getting screwed over by people who just want to just act like everything is fun and games. And many other people are here who have real intentions, who have goals of finding what they want to find, and they get screwed over from people who who have no care in the world. And that's what I can't stand. That puts a bad rep on love and relationships. And that's why I'm an old soul. That's why I love old school love and relationships and values so much, because it wasn't like that back in the 80s. And even though I wasn't living in the 80s, but from what I've researched and heard from family stories and my ancestors whatsoever, it was different back then. It was simple. So that's why I love the 80s and the 90s of love and relationships, because it meant something different. It was simple, and people really had intentions of wanting real love, and love meant something different back then. It really did. I'm not saying love is not the same love now, but love is totally different than it was back then. Especially with don't get me started on these social media or girls who want to be famous, or people who are on the OF OnlyFans, or girls who just want followers, who just want brand deals. Don't get me started on that. So love is different, and in today's world. So to summarize, I agree with that statement. Dating apps didn't ruin dating. Lack of intent did. So I definitely agree with that statement. My next and last final unpopular opinion I want to talk with you guys about. This might be, I think I say the best for last. It's very, very good. So listen close. Number five, my last one. Politics felt more divided online than in real life. In 2025, outrage traveled faster than nuance, making everyday conversations seem more hostile than they actually were. I definitely agree with that statement. What reason why? Because Democrats and Republicans are nothing new. This has been around for decades, centuries. There's always been and within the independence, there's always been three sides. And before our current president was in the office the first time, Mr. Trump, Donald Trump, there were Republicans before then. Then George W. Bush, his father, there was Democrats as well. So Donald Trump was not the first Republican. Joe Biden wasn't the first Democrat. Obama wasn't the first Democrat. Bill Clinton wasn't the first Democrat. So and back then, whether you had different political beliefs, many people still got along or respected each other as human beings, as people. No matter if you had a whole different perspective of what they believed in, or vice versa. People still was able to mature enough to be respectful in person and treat others with dignity and respect. And now with social media being as big as it is, and you got people who are in political office run to social media, and when they do run to social media, knowing that they have a big following, they can spread hatred, they can spread divisiveness, they can spread ways of constituting, people who don't want to be connected or feel some type of way for each other. And I'm a proponent, as at least for me, I can speak for myself as myself only, and probably for my family members too. I respect everybody, no matter what you believe in. I might feel differently towards you. I might feel differently towards your beliefs. But one thing I can pride myself on is treating people with respect, being mature about the situation, treating people with dignity, and also not allowing political beliefs affect my way of thinking of how I feel about you as a person. If you're a good person, you're a good person, no matter what you believe in. As long as you're not out here committing crimes, bad crimes toward people, and you treat people with character, respect, and being kind and caring, I'm gonna treat you as that, as you're a good person. So when I see people out here treating others with disrespect just because they believe in one person instead of the other, it's wild. And that started back in 2017. Whether people want to believe that or not, it's the hard cold truth. The hard cold truth. And I can't believe it. I don't want to believe it, but things have changed. And until the next administration comes in, whether it's blue or red, things will continue to be that way. And I honestly do believe that once the next administration comes in after this current administration, I honestly believe things will calm down. Things might go back to normal in terms of like being respectful towards each other with both sides of the aisle. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but that's my personal opinion. That's my personal opinion. I'll be the first one to say I don't have no ill. I'm not a Republican. I'll be the first one to say I'm not a Republican, but I'll be the first one to say I feel no ill will towards Republicans. I'm like, if you believe what you believe what you want to believe, cool by y'all. I will always respect people who I disagree with in this life. There's many people I disagree with who are Democrats as well. So it's like I pride myself being respectful and treating people with dignity, respect, and being a person with good character. So why can't that go back to the way it used to be before the administration back in 2017 and to the administration now came into office? That's what I can't understand. So when I summarized the statement, I was saying that politics felt more divided online than they are in real life. Now they do, because social media runs everything. If something goes on with Charlie Kirk, or something goes on with political assassination or a political attempt assassination or whatsoever going on in politics, when it goes on social media, if you don't agree, you automatically put it on one side. If you have to stand on one side, you can't go back and forth within the other. So things have changed, and I feel like politics are more stronger and more divisive online than they are in real life. I feel like people who actually are in person with each other are more respectful. And that's just my personal opinion. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. I'm glad to be back. Hopefully you guys are happy for me to be back. And I'm excited to bring you over the next period of time some good content, because I have some good content coming for you guys. And hopefully you guys enjoy. And hopefully you guys come back for more. So let's go and end this thing out the right way, as we always do. Don't forget to follow my social media platforms. So it's on Facebook and Instagram, and coming soon some more social medias coming soon. And let's go and end this thing out the right way. If you're a new viewer, make sure you pay attention and stay tuned. If you're a returning viewer, go ahead and say it with me. Stay mellow, keep that mellow mind, stay focused. And as my man, Mr. Cameron Jarrell Newton says, we got one finger, one pinky, one thumb, one love. Boom.